out some invite kills. I'm sending invites out for my stream, out for my stream, out for my stream. Did you get the way? How were your upgrades, sir?
We're good.
They gave you the new ones. You got the overnight stuff.
Yeah, I get the downloads instantly, man, all the time. Got 6G.
6G. I'm surprised they didn't put you in 8G yet. Well, you're not classified for that yet. You have to keep studying the tablets.
Hey, man, you can't even get this stuff that I got, man. Your upgrade, you're obsolete now.
No, that's what you think. That's what they want you to believe. We don't discuss the truth about what I can do. No one's supposed to know.
Fuck.
Fuck King Kong versus Godzilla. Shit was stupid. Prove me wrong. I'd love anybody to prove me wrong about that stupid shit. Let's send out a couple of invites. See who's going on. See who's awake. See who wants to party. Make a roll a blunt.
I'll roll up another blunt and smoke. Just got back from work a little while ago.
You went to work, you said?
4 days after surgery, I'm working.
Until those upgrades are no joke.
Yeah.
They're going to be sending you on secret mission soon.
Driving's the tricky part.
Oh, yeah. Trying to turn and shit?
Yeah, I can't, turn quick enough. Turn my whole... So I'll just take it easy and go fucking slow.
Look a little old man.
Yep, fuck it.
I'm just sending out a bunch of invites. Make it easier. Try to do it all at once.
It's all good. The med bed's got me all healed up. The only thing that's bothering me is my throat, really.
Emery too. Emery's about to be back to work, man. About to have another Q&A. For his VIPs.
Duh. Winning.
Those med beds do wonders.
I forgot the other fucking... What's the oscillating machine that he had? I can't remember what they fucking call that shit.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Some fucking shit. We looked it up. We laughed about it. Some shit.
Yeah, I got one of those. It's in a suitcase. It's got some fucking crystals and wires hooked up to it and a fan blade.
It's got unobtainium in it, though. You didn't know that.
Well, I got unobtainium in me.
Yeah. Yeah, see? You got the new element 115. They mix it with the adamantium and the vibranium. It makes it super, super duper strong. It's the strongest element not known to man.
Yeah. That element 115 is going to power me for the next million years.
Yeah. Hey, Lizzie, good to see you. What's up, Dex?
I got anti-gravity.
Wait, you have anti-gravity? So that means you can get to space, but what happens once you get there?
I use my element 115.
Oh, right. And it powers you, and it makes the rockets go faster in space.
Yeah.
Because you're the fucking man. I can't think of shit.
I watched the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's all right.
I mean, I'll put it to you like this. They did a better job with it than I thought they would, but it's a lot of the... I understand what they're doing. I understand. Yeah. I understood what they were setting up and stuff. Just understanding the comic book, so I get it. But it is what it is for me.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not a bad series.
Yeah, it's not bad so far from what I've seen.
I'll just tell you like this. For me, when WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier turned out to be better than fucking the Snyder cut was hyped up to be, that's fucking hilarious to me. But I guess, like I said, don't get me started on Godzilla versus fucking King Kong. Dude, you just have to watch it just for the sheer conspiracy theory shit that shows up in this fucking movie. You're gonna laugh your ass off. Like it's that entertaining. And you're gonna have, and I guarantee you this, you're gonna have a bunch of conspiracy people jump on that shit and talk about how the movie is talking about reality stuff and stuff. With stuff we've been talking about is in this movie. You see it here. They're telling you what's going on. It's been going on for a long time, but now they're actually putting it out so that you know what's going on. Okay.
Monsters are real.
Yeah.
They're here amongst us.
And you'll never guess where they live. Oh, man. And just unnecessary characters and shit and just, whatever. Yeah,
well, I will. Hi, Smoke King. How you feeling?
I'm good. How you doing?
I am okay.
What's going on,
I
Julie?
have to say that my family loved Kong versus Godzilla, with the hell, whatever the name is. They loved it, but he is also 11.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Like I said, there's not going to be someone, Jill, if you watched it, knowing the stuff that we talk about, and you even watch it, you would sit there like, oh my God, like this isn't the movie. Like, okay. Smoking, do you care about spoilers?
I don't care.
Jill, do you care?
No, I'm good
okay.
with it.
So basically, if you care about spoilers, do not listen to this. All right, I just say turn off your mic, whatever, for a fucking minute, or just
Spoiler
give me like,
alert.
Spoiler alert. So basically, in this fucking movie, they have to traverse to Hollow Earth, the Middle Earth, and shit. Where this is where Godzilla and everybody fucking comes from and shit. So they have this. The whole movie is about these motherfuckers basically having.
Oh God.
And then they got like fucking Millie Bobby Brown's character who has no purpose in these movies whatsoever. There's too many fucking human being characters they're trying to elaborate on and shit. I'm like, it's just so overdone. It's like, can I just watch Godzilla and King Kong fucking fight? Like, seriously? The beginning of the movie is, if you know anything about Godzilla traverses very well through the water. It's not a fucking problem. Like, it's, just a snake in the water, just boom, just right through the water. Like, it's nothing. Why would you take King Kong and put him on an aircraft carrier and send him the slowest possible way that you could to Middle Earth? Like, you want to get there before Godzilla. It's all set up so fucking
There
dumb.
wasn't a portal that they could just throw King Kong down? Listen.
The crystals weren't big enough.
Yeah, they didn't have the big crystals.
No, it's funny because we tried streaming it on our big TV in our living room, but as you know, I always tend to have Wi-Fi issues. So, and it just kept buffering. So they ended up just watching it on Cam's iPad. So that's why I didn't really watch it with them, because it was already him and my boyfriend like with this little screen trying to watch it. But they actually, my boyfriend's not big in, dabbled in conspiracy. Like, I've caught him watching Ancient Aliens and then I yell at him. But he would never catch on to any of that stuff. But yeah, I can see conspiracy theory land going crazy with that.
Yeah, they're gonna have a ball with it. They're gonna have a fucking a great time with it. But whatever. This other just bullshit. It's not just uncreative writing and shit. They gotta bring Kong back. This is like the same. It's like the same movie, just with King Kong and other shit.
It's like when Jason fought Freddy and all those other crossovers.
Yeah. So it just was dumb. Just dumb for me. It's great to see Godzilla. I love seeing how they do Godzilla and stuff. Blah blah blah. Kong looked great and everything, but the plot and storyline was just like, whatever. Good luck with that.
My uncle still swears to this day that King Kong is like the original one. Like, best movie ever. Like raves about it, loves it. Like, And I think it's his generation too. I mean, I grew up watching the Creature double feature on Channel 56, right?
Yep.
With my dad, that's where I used to watch Godzilla.
Which is funny because some people consider the original Godzilla movie to be racist as fuck. Depends on who you ask.
I don't remember I just remember like the fight scenes. Like, he's always fighting some other enormous creature.
Yeah. Just like dinosaur kind of shits, whatever. Yeah, where we came.
Yeah.
I just remember that, like, how they did the natives and everything, and it was just really, people just took offense to a lot of the shit. I'm like, whatever. But then what it's supposed to be written about too, like who the character of Godzilla is supposed to be based off of, is even funnier. You know, like this. It was a black boxer, but is it Jack Johnson? I forget which boxer it was, but this the story is that that's basically what it was written about, and that you have it's a deeper than just this movie about a big fucking
Lizard.
gorilla. Well, no, gorilla. I'm talking about King Kong.
King Kong. Yeah. You know what was so funny? Just a second ago, both you and Smoke King were both cutting your lease at the same time, like you were together, but you're not together.
How do you know we're not together?
Oh, come on, because he'd be rolling them for you if you guys were
maybe.
together.
Well, maybe he can only roll so much, so maybe we have to smoke separate blunts today. Maybe it's his medication or something. Who knows? Listen, people couldn't figure out when we with the poll between us. They were like, "How the fuck? What the hell?"
I will say the first couple times I watched the poll, it's like the pesky poll of Fenway. I was like, okay, and I was like, wait a minute, I see the lights around it. It's just, and then I realized, like, no, it's just in between them. But it is deceiving the first time you watch those old streams and you just don't know.
And then people thought the lights were haunted, but it was just the frame rate of the camera.
No, and I could see you guys passing blunts back and forth. So I'm like, no, they're obviously in the same room.
Or were we passing blunts back and forth?
I don't know, that's what it looked like to me.
Could have been going through a portal for all you know.
I do have bad eyesight though, so you never know.
Mm-hmm. There were a lot of people who were what do you call it? Tricked by trick photography.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what we do. We live to throw people off, the little monkey wrench in their plans. Hard, who goes there?
So I didn't get to join last night. So did you have a nice Easter?
Yeah, it was cool actually. I didn't feel too good most of the day, but I made up for it later.
That's good. Did your grandbaby like her present?
Yes, she did. She loved it. It's funny how little simple things work for kids.
Enjoy it. Well, they still like the simple things.
Yeah, well, I mean, simple things still is like, yeah, can I use your phone? You don't need a fucking cell phone and shit. Like, calm down. We live simple lives. These kids don't know about jacks. They don't know about hopscotch. They don't know about none of that shit.
We just got my son, my youngest, a cell phone literally 3 weeks ago. But he's almost 12 and he's going to be walking home from school by himself next year when he goes to middle school. So it was it's also to get him used to just stay home alone. That's what we did with my other son. So, but of course, when my oldest son got his phone, it was a still flip phone. The smartphones didn't exist.
Oh yeah, we won't talk about my first cell phone. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
A flip phone. Back then, I wouldn't even think about what the fuck a flip phone would have been. Some shit you would have seen in a movie or TV or some shit.
Oh my God, I remember the first time you could text and you had to do if you wanted B, you got to push the button so many times to get the right letter. Oh my God.
Although rich folks had car phones for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know how they work. How they worked.
I don't know. My aunt had a car phone. It's almost like they had a regular. I remember it being I remember it had numbers. You actually had to dial a number. How safe is that when you're driving? At least now I can hit my Bluetooth and say Siri, call whoever.
But I'm talking about even Mr. Drummond had a fucking car phone.
I know.
Facts of life. Not facts of life. Fucking different strokes.
So it was different strokes. Yeah, I don't know.
See, rich folks had shit. So before cellular, maybe they just was testing it way before we all knew what the fuck it was. Who knows?
It wasn't based off of cellular. It was kind of like the first version of cellular, but it was more like they were like CB phones.
That makes sense.
Like the military uses, they were like shortwave radios, and it would bounce off a whole bunch of towers and stuff like that. That's why it cost a shitload of money to use them, because they were just bouncing signals from all these different fucking little servers and shit back then. Yeah. Dude, it was probably like fucking $50 a minute.
I remember my old boss that I worked for had one of those first huge cell phones, Zach from Saved by the Bell. She had one of those.
Mine was a bag phone.
Mm-hmm.
It was in a bag. You put the shove of your shoulder.
But yeah, most of the old limo phones and stuff were used to communicating with the front gate when you're pulling up to the fucking mansion and shit like that. You know, it was for short stuff.
Yeah.
But then they came out with the cell phones. Jiggy was carrying around a duffel bag with a battery.
Basically, that's what it was. In a little fucking headset, they had a little. You pulled it out, was talking on it. People were like, what is that?
Awesome.
Like, that's a cell phone. Can I talk on it? No way. Unless you were a cute girl. Only cute girls got to make phone calls. And even then, you're like, all right, tell that bitch you'll talk to her later. Tell her goodbye. Okay, you ain't that cute.
And then the Zach Morris came out after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a little fucking brick little thing. And look where we're at now. All right.
May I say that, Smoking, you look marvelous.
Thanks.
Yeah,
can't
you
believe
do
how
look really
good you
good. You
are
never know that
bouncing
you just
back,
had to.
buddy.
Yeah, I feel all right.
You're looking good.
Are you getting rest like you're supposed to?
So, can't sleep for shit.
Well, I'm sure you can't really sleep, but not
No.
lifting, doing heavy
Oh,
lifting.
I can't lift anything for the next fucking 4 weeks. I'm not supposed to lift over 5 pounds. I can't even lift a gallon of milk. Gallon of milk weighs
For
8
very
pounds.
good
So,
reasons.
so yeah, I'm not supposed to lift anything and do anything. But yeah, I just sit here. I did go to work tonight, but my work is nothing. I don't. Yeah.
You went to work?
Yeah, you said that earlier.
Yeah, I work. First time I drove since surgery. That was the hardest part, was driving.
Yeah.
I can't turn my neck good. Starting to be able to turn
I
it.
can't
But
believe you went to work. I can't believe you went to work. Were you going stir crazy? That's why you went to work?
I have to go to work because I'm the only one who can do it. I only had somebody that could do it for me for 2 days. So
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, that's all good. Like I said, it's really easy. I don't have to lift anything or whatever. So it's pretty easy. I'll manage.
You'll survive?
Yeah. It took me just a little bit longer than it normally would because I have to go slower. But
It's that fucking those nanotechnology. He's got that super technology. Don't let him fool you. He's gonna downplay it, act like it's nothing. Yeah, no, nothing.
well, as soon as the med bed gets me all healed up here and stuff, I'll be fucking going fast as Flash.
Oh yeah, ooh, faster. You'll be looking at Flash. You'll be running past Flash, looking at him in slow motion. It's like the scene in Justice League when him and Superman lock eyes, and he realizes that somebody's faster than him. He'll see you. The same thing will happen. See? Yeah.
I changed the bandage today. My scar's gonna look really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, at first it didn't look like it was gonna be a cool scar, but it looks like it's gonna be cool now.
It's shaping up to be a good
Yeah.
battle wound.
Yeah, I asked the doctor. He's like, I'll make sure it's nice and clean. He's like, I'm gonna put it right here on the line in your neck that you already have and everything, and you won't notice it as much and everything. I'm like, no, I want a nice scar there. He's like, no, it's not like back in the day. I already explained last night how, like, they used to literally, like, when they used to do surgery, they would cut through all the muscle and everything. Now they just cut the skin and they move the muscle and tissue out of the way.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be in the hospital for so long afterwards. It takes longer to heal and shit. But now it's fucking crazy how they do it.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I actually work in healthcare. I don't take care of people, but when you were describing your surgery and you were talking about like little pins left over, I know why. Like, I'm like, oh, they must have done an EMG on. They were doing nerve studies while they were operating on you to make sure they didn't, clip something they weren't supposed
Yeah, I had
to.
all kinds of. They told me they were gonna do all that. I had the little pads, and then they had to stick needles in me.
Yeah, that's an EMG study.
Yep.
So I was like, oh yeah. Like I said, I do not save people, but I do work in healthcare on the finance side.
What up, Callie? Well,
Hey, Smoking.
What's up?
Did they use that pig jelly on you to make you heal faster? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say pig jelly?
Nope. They didn't give me. The only thing that they gave me was the one bandage on my neck, and they said don't take it off for 5 days unless I had to change it. I can obviously change it. It started to come off because it wasn't sticking by my beard and shit. So I got a smaller one that sticks better. But That's all they did. And they said take it off in 5 days and then just let it stay open to the air. Don't put anything on it. Just wash it and clean it normally, and that's it. The one that they gave me in the hospital, though, it had silver on it. It had some type of silver stuff, like they use it for surgical wounds and they use it for burns and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the one that I have now doesn't have any silver stuff on it, but it is for surgical wounds. So,
Who's taking pictures?
I am. I might just be doing some research and googling shit.
Wow. Just don't show pictures of fucking scars and we'll be good.
No, don't worry.
Smoking when I was in the hospital, the fucking dude next to me was 75 years old and he had similar surgery to mine. And they come in and they're like, you're leaking in your gut. Why are you leaking? He's like, I don't know. They kept asking why I was leaking. And finally he's like, well, maybe it's because I keep doing sit-ups.
yeah.
Like, dude, why are you doing sit-ups? He's like, well, I'm 75. I like to keep my body in shape. I'm trying to make sure, I'm going to be fit when this is all healed up. They're like, no, it's not going to heal if you keep popping the fucking staples, idiot.
Seriously.
Like, yeah, you didn't just have major fucking surgery in your stomach. You want to do fucking sit-ups. Good luck, brother. He's a funny guy, though.
They, like I said, they had us all up walking. Everybody that went in when I went in to go have surgery, like I saw everybody walking around at some point, like within 24 hours of after having their surgeries and shit.
Yeah.
Dude had knee surgery. He got a brace on there and like this pump machine he had to walk with him that's fucking like icing his knee as he's walking and on crutches and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you even making the poor dude try and do that shit? He'd like walk with the crutch. He'd move his little fucking pump machine, walk a little bit, move the machine. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, I know the second surgery, there was the same shit with me. Like, they had me up like as soon as they could. They're like, yeah, you need to get up and start moving around. Plus, they wanted to get you the fuck out the hospital anyways, because it was still, fucking June. Motherfuckers were still dealing with quarantine shit. So,
yeah.
Well, they also want you to get up too, so that way, you don't get pneumonia.
Yeah. And while you're moving, so you don't have blood clots and stuff either.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. It's a different day and age. But good. Shit. Last time you have to spend in the hospital, the better. I don't like being in the hospital. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, dude. I definitely don't want them to slice me up like they used to.
No, I'm good.
That's why I used to have to stay in the hospital for weeks, because they literally would have cut all the way down to the bone and just moved the shit aside like, whoop, whoop, fuck it, and then stitched up the muscles, stitched everything back up, and then you have to fucking sit in the hospital for fucking weeks and shit, and it takes longer to heal. And
Okay, those are the angels. I say it all the time. Y'all looking for angels, just go to a fucking, if you ever had surgery, delivered a child, anything, just had a fucking doctor or nurse, he's fucking first responder, save your life. Those are the real angels.
They are. They do definitely do God's work, as some people will say.
Yeah. I'm not saying all of them, I'm not saying they're perfect. I'm not saying that, they're not wrong approach.
I know what you mean, though.
I didn't see no angels. I didn't see no God. Just had some good doctors taking care of me. Took them motherfuckers an hour and 15 minutes.
First thing people say when the doctor comes out, well, your loved one, I just did 74 hours of straight surgery on them and saved their life. Oh, thank God. What? Like, really?
I know, right?
There you go. Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh.
Oh, I thanked him. I was like, thank you, doc.
Exactly. They're all, and my doctor's always humble. They're like, you did a great job. I was like, I didn't do shit. Like, what the fuck you mean? I did a great job. I
did a great job passing out and just laying there. But
like
just
it's like, nah, that was nothing. I do that all the time.
Yeah, okay. I did a great job. Thanks.
I just have great respect for nurses or anyone, even like CNAs, like, they're dealing with sick people that don't feel good, who are mad that they can't sleep.
Yeah.
And they can't get up to pee. It's like there's so much that so much crap they put up with that
they're the real middleman that has to deal with everything. You don't see the doctors, you see the nurses all fucking day, all night.
Nurses save more. I don't want to say they save more lives, but nurses are the ones that have to recognize, oh shit, this person's not doing okay. I need a doctor. Like, and not to mention, like, I read it was an interesting article about this all that nurses take, because especially with psych patients, like, nurses get the shit kicked out of them. It's horrible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have a lot of respect. That's why I'm not a caretaker. I work finance. I say that all the time. Even though after taking care of my mother, I swear I could have been like a CNA. I could have passed the test. I felt like.
I listen, the chicken smoking. Remember when I was at the hospital last time? You're supposed to pick me up, and they made me stay extra day. They had a nurse.
Yeah.
The nurse overruled the doctors. She was an old school nurse who had been there forever. And they were like, "Oh, you have her," because she came in the room. She's like, "You're not going anywhere." I was like, "But the doctor said," she's like, "I'm going to go talk to everybody. I'll be back and I'll explain everything to you." And then she came back and she's like, "Listen, I've been doing this way too long. You are not going home yet." She's like, "Your blood pressure, this, blah, blah, blah." And she's like, "Well, we'll keep you another day or more longer, but I'll let you know when you can go home." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not going to argue with
Oh,
you.
and my wife has surgery and stuff. She always ends up getting stuck longer because her blood pressure and everything.
My blood pressure goes up as soon as I walk in through them fucking doors, no matter what. I'm going to a fucking hospital. Even for a fucking checkup, my blood pressure is going up. Like, it's never any good news. It's been a long time since motherfuckers like, "Yeah, you're a perfect fucking ball of health. Good luck. Have a good day." No. So my blood pressure is going to go through the roof regardless. But I get it. I'll take an old school nurse who's been doing this shit for a long time, and some nurse who's like new and just is like, "Yeah, whatever. Go home. Bye."
Mm-hmm.
Or the doctors, even like I said, she overruled the doctors. She used to tell the doctors like, "He ain't going home." They're like, "Okay." Nobody wanted to argue with her.
She's been doing it for like 32 years. She said, "That's why I felt even worse when I puked, and she had to clean it up."
She be cleaning up a lot of puke.
At least it wasn't bad. It was just fucking
But you had
slush
nothing in your
and fucking
stomach.
You don't
ice.
have to describe it. It's okay. We get it.
It was just fucking liquid.
I don't care if it was a steak dinner or fucking water.
Oh,
like,
that would have sucked, dude. If I had to fucking throw up a steak dinner, oh god, probably would have died.
So I was
That's
trying.
the worst thing. That's the worst thing, and even that's what they kept telling me too. Is the worst part about this surgery, and most people say the worst part about the surgery is fucking getting the tube down your throat. Well, yeah, that's the worst part. But then they tell because they had to move my throat and shit. So they're like, it's gonna be a little bit worse for you afterwards. Your throat's gonna feel a lot worse. And when these other people's throats feel better, you're still gonna hurt. And I'm like, thanks.
Thank you for the
They're like, we
encouragement.
just want you to know. They told me I might talk different afterwards for a little while too, but that didn't happen.
I have to say, you look remarkably well for someone that just went through such a surgery, and
Yeah,
good for you.
today I look way better.
But even I saw you the night that you came on after, like the day afterwards. We were surprised to see you, but you did. You looked better than I thought you would. So
Yeah, I feel better than I thought I would too. It's like I say, this fucking medical science shit these days is fucking amazing.
it is.
but it's not real. It's the aliens who are really, when you're under, the aliens come and take over.
Yeah, it's these med beds and things.
Right. Yeah. As soon as you go under, the aliens step in the
that's the
room.
thing
They're
is,
like,
eventually someday we really will have like med bed type fucking shit and everything like that. They
like
already can
lithium.
there will be stuff like that. They can already operate on you from around the world with robots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can be controlling a fucking robot from fucking Japan and operating on somebody in fucking Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So, and then again, I mean, they literally removed part of my neck 4 days ago, and here I am. I just went to work today.
I know, right? And you're not taking narcotics either.
Nope. I haven't even taken Tylenol today.
So I can't stay on long, but I was trying to find an urban dictionary, something for Boston for smoking.
Uh-oh.
In honor of, for him. And of course, I don't know. I'm sure you've heard the readings I've done, and we just can't get away from either anal, food, and poop for some reason. Everything has to do with that. So, but I found one that's called the Boston Pancake, if you're interested.
Sure, let's hear the Boston Pancake. Now, I've never heard of that one.
And that's what Jiggy, that's what you heard me taking a picture of. I was just screenshotting it so I wouldn't have to go find it again.
I got
as
you.
I Google shit. So for tonight's Urban Dictionary, we have the Boston Pancake. And even though I technically am not from Boston, I am from the Boston area, I'm still a little, let's just say perplexed. I would have thought we would have had something better. So Boston pancake is when a lover defecates on another lover's chest with permission, in caps. So this is very important. You need to have permission. Then pats down the feces with his butt to make it a flat surface. Then the man ejaculates on the poop, which then acts as the syrup.
Yeah.
To use it in a sentence, that guy gave me one hell of a Boston pancake to that bitch. Just saying.
Oh
No.
god.
Right?
Definitely not. No Boston pancakes going on around here.
That's what I mean. I tried looking for a bunch. I'm like, Jesus, why does everything have to be poop, food, in places it doesn't belong?
Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah.
Anyway. But I was trying
Oh,
to find
yeah.
something Boston related for you tonight, and that's the best I could come up with. Sorry.
Good
That's all
Lord.
right. Hey, if some people enjoy that type of thing, then that's their thing. But you know,
Yeah, I just
Oh
no.
my God.
I'm good with the Boston pancakes.
I'm getting requests for the Kentucky tow truck.
The Kentucky tow truck.
I
Who
don't know, I
asked
gotta
you
find
that?
it. Someone in the chat.
Never heard of that one.
Arnold Horseshack. Arnold Horseshack. Welcome back, Connor. How do you do that laugh?
Well, I'm always trying to find new ones, and I know that you got that book,
I know.
but it's too it isn't like you can just like send it to me, right? Because it's
Yeah, no.
very detailed.
It's extremely detailed. Like I said, it's very. You'd have to be very target oriented, or just go through the whole book. It describes everything you could think of, and what they consider to be diseases is disease that attaches to it. People who are into certain things, and it's deep.
So I can find a Kentucky dump truck.
Okay.
That's about it.
Well, this is for you, Mr.
Hold on.
Horseshack. Mr. Goddamn. Ooh. Freddie Boom Boom Washington. It's Freddie Boom
A
Boom Washington.
Sometimes you
Kentucky
gotta
dump
just scroll.
truck.
Yep.
This is gonna have shit in it.
Yeah, probably.
Juan Epstein, Arnold Horseshack, Vinny Barbarino, and Freddie Boom Boom Washington,
hi,
right?
Hi, Spooky. Bye, Spooky.
What's up,
That boy's
Spooky?
hot.
Miss you. So I can't find the Kentucky tow truck. I can only find a Kentucky dump truck.
Is that what you meant?
Ugh.
Is that what you were asking?
So here we go again. The act of shitting into another person's butthole and then having them shit out the shit that you shit into their ass onto your chest.
What?
I'm just impressed that I'm
Yeah, that's an impressive feat, but it's still like, what the fuck would you even want to do that for?
He says it's in the Urban Dictionary. I'm looking in the Urban Dictionary and it didn't come up.
No. So you gotta dump into somebody and then they dump on you.
Hey, I'm just impressed with myself that I was able to say all those S words all at once and not get
7 silver swans for sign the C word. She sells by the seashore.
Are you showing off? No, see.
Thank you, Cindy Brady.
That's right.
That's where I learned that shit from.
So Arnold Horseshack, when I put into Urban Dictionary, Kentucky tow truck, it comes up nothing. So I get sorry, we can't find your results. I would say link it in the chat, but I won't be staying on much longer because I need to go to bed because I am old and tired.
Yeah, I gotta hop off here because my phone's about to die. I'm at like 10%. So
go to your med and get your downloads.
Yeah,
go get rejuvenated. Go get yourself plugged in like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
We'll see you all Thursday night.
Does not compute.
Take it easy.
All right, peace and love, everyone.
Someone needs to come roll me a blunt.
I'll do it.
You do it?
I'll do it.
All right, well, roll it. Where's it at?
Huh?
Where's it at? Roll it. I need to smoke one right now.
I just have to hold you over with the vapor jet.
Oh, man, no. I need a blunt.
But
all right,
man, I'd be happy to do it. If I was there, I'd do it, buddy.
So I guess a Kentucky tow truck is... is when uncut dude hooks on a cut dude. Per Arnold's, per the chat.
When a what does what to the what?
When a uncut dude hooks on a cut dude.
I don't know what
I don't
that
know
means.
if that means circumcised or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get that description.
Anyhow.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
What?
came and did my job tonight, so I feel good about that. And I was so pissed off earlier, so I'm glad that I got to come on here and see you guys read a fun, dirty, disgusting Urban Dictionary. Now I'll be able to go to bed.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you're not mad anymore. I'm glad the night turned out better than the day. See?
Oh my God.
You serve some
Sonia.
purpose. I don't know what.
I have a purpose. I have a purpose in life to read dirty things over the internet.
And I'm just here for the comments.
Winning. Jilly winning.
I'm just here for
Life
the
goals.
comments. Wait till Halloween when you have to dress up and do it like Elvira or some shit.
Oh, I still have my vampire fangs and I have a cape.
Oh,
I do.
Do you have the ceramic ones?
They were not ceramic. They were moldable though. Like they were like kind of like, the mouth guards, like kids for football where you put them in water, then you mold them to your teeth.
Oh, so you did it at home?
Yeah.
Because I went to a Comic-Con and had like these actual ones made for my teeth.
Ooh,
but I made the
did?
mistake of sneezing one time. And when I sneezed,
no.
they clamped together and it snapped. And I just haven't been back to a Comic-Con to get another set. Or I probably could have found the same guy and just had him mold, but I'll just get another set at some point. But they were cool as hell. I love those things.
No, mine were just, they just went on my eye teeth. Like that's where you, so I just had fangs on the top and bottom.
Yeah.
And I could take them out. And I mean, obviously if I tried to pull them out now, I'm sure they probably are disgusting and dried up. But you can get them at any Halloween store. So I had fangs. That was funny because that year that I did that, I had I had black lipstick on the year. I was a witch, and my little one kept saying, "I don't like those black lips." I couldn't put the lipstick on with him around. Don't like those black lips. Yeah, no, I liked being a vampire.
The funny thing is a disclaimer. They tell you like you have to sign a waiver, and they're telling you like you can't bite people with these. Like they'll penetrate somebody's skin,
wow.
but they'll most likely you get into somebody's artery. It's not some movie shit. Like do not attempt to do that type of stuff, even playing, because you would really hurt somebody. So they have to tell adults. Because they are.
You clearly you had better ones than I had.
Yeah, these are like the way that these are done is almost in essentially like how they kind of would do them for a movie, except for something like True Blood where they had them where they tricked it so they would come up and down and shit. But these are like really they're not expensive. They're expensive in the sense that you're not going to walk into a store. The guy sits down, he molds them and creates them and stuff and sharpens them and everything with a tool, and they're actually really fucking cool. I'll get another set at some point.
Wicked cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably have it around somewhere. I was pissed. A simple fucking sneeze, just not even thinking, just sneeze. I was like, fuck. And as soon as I did it, I had to make sure I didn't swallow the fucking thing too. So, I was like, fucking.
Yep.
And the guy told you, so like, here's my card. I don't even know what the fucking card is. If anything ever happens to him, just come back. You can pay a little bit of money. I'll repair him for you. Blah, blah. I was like, cool, no problem. But I don't remember. I'd probably see him, probably buy another set from him, not be the same fucking guy.
Super glue won't work.
No, these, like I said, this is like handcrafted.
Not
like,
in your mouth.
Yeah, I wouldn't want super glue in my mouth either. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, it's what they used in Vietnam to close sutures together.
They used a lot of stuff in Vietnam, and my dad and my stepdad were both in Vietnam, and they're still decided to get benefits from shit that they were doing to people in Vietnam. So, that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, my uncle was in Vietnam, got shot down. He was a shooter out of a helicopter, and the copter got shot down a couple times. Lived to tell about it. And of course, he passed away a little bit ago. But
my father as well. He got shot. I forget what medals he has. He has a bunch of different. I know he has a Purple Heart, but he's got shot down in a helicopter. He hasn't, like, over all these years. My father did not talk a lot about the war. He just didn't. It was very, very, very serious to him. He's said more to me in the past few years than he's probably said to me my whole life about it. It just wasn't something he really talked about. And it's funny too, like even yourself, like really being in the military and having stories and stuff. That's why, like, Six Strauss, when I hear these guys tell these outlandish, crazy stories, but knowing people who've actually been in the military, who have been to war, who have, been involved in some crazy shit that, a lot of the public don't know and stuff, they just wouldn't be so cordial and casual in about the way that they tell these stories. They'd have a lot more respect for the people, not just themselves, but the people who are around them. They wouldn't just try to call everybody out and do all this type of stuff. And I just don't see these aren't the type of people who are going to step up if aliens did come down and start war with us. You think any of these idiots would be on the front line?
I couldn't say. I don't know any of them. But I prefer to tell the funny, cute stories than the bad ones.
Right.
I know that my first, they called it a Valentine's Day dance. It was something they said once. It was because I was doing ornery stuff. I needed some good points to make up for it, to balance me out, to keep me my head above water. So they said, let's take this thing to do a Valentine's Day dance. I'm like, what is it? They said, just put on your dress whites and go. And I said, well, I'm not the best dancer. I know a few, but I don't know if they said, don't even worry about that. So they drove me up to this place where all the veterans were. And some of them were missing. It makes you count your blessings when you walk into the room. Let's just leave it that way.
Gotcha.
And you wasn't worried about dancing. At that point, I realized what they meant. And you just sat down and listened to them and be a good listener and talked and tell jokes and, just be goofy, wing it like you kind of see me do here on your show a lot.
That
just
we all do.
Bullshit and, crack up and make up stories about unicorn shit and coins and whatnot and just wing it.
Yeah.
And I did okay, and that was good and stuff, but it's very interesting. And those were the real battle hard gentlemen in that, in that room.
Yeah.
And, I'd have done anything they asked. They asked for a striptease, buddy. I'd have gave it to them because I know they earned it.
I hear you.
They earned every bit of it.
Yeah.
It's just humbling. So yeah, when you say, these guys say have these glorious stories, Leroy Jenkins stories, you do kind of think, really?
Yeah.
That's cool and all.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's great. They say 100 bad days make 100 good stories. 100 good stories make me interesting at parties.
Yeah.
That's cool and all. But yeah, I can respect and totally respect someone who just wants to keep their demons to themselves, because I guarantee there are demons that no one wants to talk about.
No. It's easy to make up those stories. It's easy to, talk a good tale, be the hero and all that type of stuff when you've never in your life stepped up to do anything to help anybody but yourself.
Yeah, Uncle Jim didn't say much. He chuckled about getting shot down a couple times, but the chopper being shot down a couple times, but he won't say much, and I don't pry.
Yep.
That's their business, their world.
My stepfather told me a story about Airborne and how they gathered all the guys there, who wanted to go airborne, want to jump out of planes. So as they're doing this, they got all these guys on the, I guess, call it tarmac, and they have 3 circles set up, and there's 3, and he's like, all right, now everybody look up. We got 3 jumpers. They're going to come down. They're going to land in these 3 circles. First guy, parachute, you see him come down, lands in the first circle, perfect. Second guy comes down, same thing, parachute, everything, lands in the second circle, perfect. They're sitting there watching, they're looking in the same direction for the third guy. All of a sudden behind them, they hear a big thump. The third guy, his parachute didn't operate properly and lands behind them. So he said at that point, there were about 60 people or whatever were there. And he said at that point, after that happened, there's probably about 4 people left who were still there, and he wasn't one of them.
Damn.
That's like a real story. It's not a funny story, but it's like, again, you hear people tell these outlandish, crazy stories, and they don't really get the seriousness of the shit that they're talking about on any level. If you are truly out there saving the world, saving the fucking beyond anything that people, the scope of that stuff like that, you'd be a little bit more you just wouldn't be at fucking Contact in the Desert. You wouldn't be on Coast to Coast AM and places like that telling those stories. You just wouldn't.
Or flaunting some fake medals and some fake,
Exactly.
credentials that they don't have.
Right, you work for NASA, you got 5 PhDs, you got 180 IQ, you got all this type of stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I know some intelligent, extremely smart people, astrophysicists, archaeologists, all kinds of scientists, doctors, everything you can think of. None of them have ever sat down in the room with me when I've went to discuss any of this type of stuff with them, or period, just in my life dealing with them, and tried to explain to me how smart they were. And had to tell me how smart they were. They never at any point told me about their fucking IQs. They may have told me what school they went to because I've asked them about their educations and stuff like that. But other than that, they're not bragging about anything. It's just not. Because when I have a conversation, I ask them questions. They have actual science to back it up. They have actual research that they've done themselves, things that they've been a part of that they can talk of. That speaks for itself.
Yep.
That's it. These people, the shit that they talk about does not speak for itself. When you tell me you've got 5 PhDs or you work for NASA or you have whatever,
You've got paperwork a stack this tall. I've got
not
a
even
stack.
that.
Yeah, you do. You get a big paperwork for your qualifications that you need for anything.
Let
like
me
that.
ask you a question though. Even all your years in your service in the military, all that type of stuff. How many people, if you came out and just said, I was in the military, would be able to come and say, yes, she was actually in the military. I was there with her. We did this, or we served here together. There's probably a list of people who could do that. There's a trail of paperwork. What is it? Your DD 214. You're going to have the certain.
Yes, I have one of those.
All these things. There's a trail of paperwork that you would be more than happy to show people to prove of your service.
Oh yeah, I've got a big set of qualifications. A big folder just says I'm corrosion control this. I graduated 5th of my class in the academy. All kinds of weird horseshit. It's not important, but the people that I see, couldn't agree more with you, Jiggy. The people that I see that are the most brilliant, they don't go around tooting their own, note their own horn. They're more interested in telling funny stories, going out, having a beer, drinking, dancing. They want to enjoy life.
Yeah.
You don't hear them saying, well, I'm this, I'm that, the other. You'd never guess by running into them into a street,
Nope.
You
have
never
some of the
guess.
coolest conversations with some of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. Smoked weed with some of them, all kinds of stuff, and just had some cool fucking conversations. And again, they're not trying to tell me, they're not trying to prove to me how smart they are. I know how smart they are. I know who they are. I know their credentials. I know where they work. Some of them still teach in colleges and stuff. So it's like, I know where they work. I know everything. It's easy to say. It's easy to prove. And they have nothing to prove to anybody. It's already proved.
And I don't care.
Well, that's just it. Those other people, they say that to try to give themselves credibility because they don't really have any. So
yeah.
I have seen some endearing, stupid motherfuckers. They could barely say their own name right, but you just couldn't help but love them. Yeah. There was something about their personality. So you don't have to be a rocket scientist for people to like you.
Nope.
I have, and I'm not trying to insult anybody's intelligence or anything, but I have seen some really endearing people that could barely say their own name, literally. So I don't know where people get off thinking that just because they're smarter, that they're so much better.
Well, those are the people who have something to prove because it doesn't speak for itself. Again, if it speaks for itself, they're not people that don't have anything to prove.
But that's my 2 cents, and everybody's got their own.
You think of it this way, like if you think basketball, most people think Michael Jordan, right? That means that everybody has to try to prove that they're better than Michael Jordan. He's the bar. Michael Jordan doesn't have to prove anything to anybody. Everybody else has to prove that they're better than him. If you're the Michael Jordan of something, it would speak for itself, period. You're that smart, you're that intelligent, you're all that type of stuff, it would speak for itself.
Exactly. So I'm going to say goodnight. I'll probably hang out in the chat till I start snoring, but I got to go to bed. I just wanted to come and say hi since I didn't get to last night. And, Smoke King was here, so I wanted to say hi and wish him well. Good to see he's doing well.
I missed you. We tried to summon you and everything last night.
Yes, it didn't work.
You couldn't have summoned me if you tried. I was exhausted because, I had Easter Bunny duties that I had to perform the night before. I cooked, cleaned. When I went to bed, I think my house probably could have exploded and I was not going to wake up. I was so tired. So no, I'm sorry, I was not able to be summoned last night. But thank you for trying.
I told you I was telepathetic. No one listened to me.
Let's see. Yeah, I was blocking you out last night, Jiggy. Sorry. You know,
I'm telepathetic.
You are.
Yes.
So I'll be, like I said, I'll be around the chat. Hey, Mrs. Jonaside. Hi, Renee. I
Hey, Renee.
Cambia must have wrapped up. So yeah, if I till the next one. Have a great night. Peace and love.
You too. Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Thank you for the reading tonight. I forgot to pee on her. I haven't peed tonight. Hold on. You know, let the pee fly.
What a relief.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my God.
The pause that relieves.
Yes. It's just me and you smoking some stuff,
That's
talking
right.
some stuff.
That's
hanging
right.
out.
I'm sporting an awesome hoodie, paranormal
Paranormal hood.
hood.
Yeah.
So
Everything's paranormal.
you're rocking backdrop for you.
Yeah.
That
Rest in
is-
peace. Rest in peace, Dougie. The guy told you. Yeah, the guy who did this. He actually passed away recently. Incredible artist. It's one of the. I keep saying this. I don't even feel weird saying it. I just know I don't want anybody to ever get feel any kind of way about it. People who knew him and stuff. But I just had some cool conversations with this dude.
But you know, from
5 or
one
6 o'clock
artist-
in the morning. Hold on, I just want to say, but I used to have some cool conversations with him when everybody else would be asleep, because as security, I go to sleep last. But he's always be the dude riding out. But we would talk about ghosts and aliens, and the reason he did this was we had a really deep conversation about what we got doing Paranormal Hood. And he said from what he got, this is what made him, that's the interpretation he got as me as a person. And he put it on a canvas. And it was just wow, it was just really cool to see that, And I feel like anybody who may fucking figure out a way to hit me up as a ghost would be this dude.
Oh, that.
Because he would know who to go to. He would, if he's going to go to somebody, why wouldn't you go to the dude who is the ghost hunter, who's into this shit?
Because once they die, their work is actually, it just goes up exponentially. So, if someone wants, any artist, once they're gone, the stuff increases in value immediately because it's now immediately a limited edition.
I don't even care about the value of the art. I'm talking about, I was like that dude who just fucking, just a fucking peer as a ghost and be like, what up, Jig? We talked about this shit. We talked about this shit. You know what I mean? It's just, that'd be some shit. So, if it ever happens, I'll let y'all know first, okay?
All right.
I'll go live immediately.
Journey. Hi, baby.
How's your night, Jonasad?
It was all right.
Sounds like fun. Did you eat?
Yeah, I ate. I had mac and cheese, ham.
Dude, I've had breakfast, lunch, and dinner today.
Oh, right on.
Wow.
Even Renee's in the background, wow.
Yeah. What's up, Jill?
She was just here. She heard you were coming, so she left.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, you know how she is. Sometimes, she gets a little shady.
Oh, so I ran into somebody and just started talking to them. They said they were from Boston.
Oh, really?
I go, where in Boston? She goes, well, we're really from the Cape. I go, that's not Boston.
Yeah, it's definitely not
She
Boston.
goes, well, it's like here when you say you don't say you're from Bremerton, you say you're from Seattle. And I went, yeah, I understand you. But I kept saying Boston. And she goes, Boston? Are you from? No, I got a buddy there. If I say Boston, she goes, that's Boston. And she goes, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
What I
Granny.
got, Jiggy?
I got mine, too. Uh-huh.
I still can't find mine. I don't know what's them. Oh, they're on the dining room table. Okay.
Mine in my purse.
My wife's got hers in her purse. All right.
But did you all
We
get
didn't get
stickers? Did you get stickers?
We didn't get
I got
stickers,
a couple
though.
stickers.
So
Yeah.
Michael,
Uh-huh.
see, I've got his
Put it on
today.
ya.
He said he was
I'm
talking
just-
I
about
want
it.
to know
Keep
why.
it nice,
Hold on.
as long
I
as-
got to ask a question. We got to ask Cali Boss why he too good to come join us now. He ain't been here in a while. What's
I
up?
don't know.
What do we do to you? Whose feet stink? What happened? What happened?
What
What's going
happened?
on?
Do I owe someone an apology? Did I mess up already?
No, it wasn't you. It's probably me. No, I don't know. He just may
we
not be
talking
feeling
about?
camera happy. Cali Boss.
Cali Boss. Oh, Cali
We ain't seen a
Boss.
cockroach,
Yes.
nothing. What the
Little
fuck, man?
sweetheart boy.
Turtle.
And his little
We've
Mrs.
been
Cali
doing this stuff
Boss.
on,
They're adorable.
Facebook.
And Keith's punk ass too. Fuck are you doing? Oh, you motherfuckers feeling
Yeah.
special now?
Man, you know what
I've
Keith's
been
is doing.
wondering about them.
People feeling all special? You know what I'm saying? What the problem is? What's going on? Is it because you like King Kong versus Godzilla or something? Is that what it is, Michael? And I trashed it? Is that what happened? Is it because I trashed the Snyder Cut? Is that what happened? Which one was it? Show me on the dial where I hurt you when I talked about my movie reviews.
I miss you
Talk about
guys.
I hear you, brother. He said he's doing other things
You guys
later.
are
I
so
hear you.
freaking adorable.
He doesn't love us anymore. It's okay.
We're not
He
cool
thought-
You
enough.
know, it's a little bit of me time for the two of them. You know, they need to get snuggly.
Okay, well, what are they gonna do after
They're
30
like the
seconds?
world's-
Man?
They
You
got to
know?
be YouTube's cutest couple.
Oh, Keith said he got a tooth pulled too. He got a mouthful of gauze. Oh, that'd be even funnier.
Just put the voice modulator on. No one will know a thing. Come on.
Exactly. No matter what you say, it would be cool. Are you high enough to make up some raps? Have you ever seen those videos of motherfuckers like getting their teeth pulled away at the dentist? And like,
Oh, yeah.
there's like, the one chick was talking about sucking dick to her mother and all this shit. Her mother's like, "What are you saying?"
My kid, he wanted to be filmed after he got his wisdom teeth pulled, and he was just like, "I'm fine. My mouth hurts." Just nothing crazy. We were so, it was so like, come on, make some shit up then.
Accidentally, come on, this could be viral, motherfucker. What's wrong with you? I told him to stop fucking with Mary. He talking about got his tooth pulled. Mary keeps fucking him up. He must have been getting stuck in the mouth lately.
No,
I got a wrap.
Go ahead, buzz it.
Okay. Hold on.
I can't do a beat.
Sit right back and I'll tell you a tale of a fateful trip that started on one tropic port aboard a tiny ship. His mate was a mighty sailing man, skipper, brave and sure, that traveled
Like the passengers that sailed that day on the 3-island tour.
3-hour tour,
and the rest.
which is shorter than the King Kong movie. A 3-hour tour.
Well, the King Kong movie wasn't as long as the Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut was 4 hours.
Yeah, it was.
The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the
Courage of the fearless
crew,
the minnow would be lost.
it would be lost. That minnow would be lost.
I don't know if I remember the rest of it.
Uncharted
The
Desert
ship
Isle.
set sail on a
No.
something.
They woke up on the Uncharted Desert Isle.
Desert Isle. With
Gilligan.
the skipper too. Or the
Millionaire and his wife.
And his
The
wife.
movie
The
star.
movie star. The professor
And the rest.
Marianne.
And the rest.
Oh, way when I
Right,
started
wasn't
was
it
the
and the rest?
professor
They
and
changed it after the
Marianne.
first season, and the rest. In the second season, it was the Professor and Marianne. Because
Yep.
then the rest was two other people.
Poor Marianne.
Yeah.
She was the hottest one.
Yep, Marianne. I was the Marianne guy.
Exactly. I'm with you. Everyone's like Ginger. It's like, no, Marianne.
They could make all those inventions, but not fix the damn boat.
I know. Radios, anything you can think of, all from coconuts. Coconut head.
Fix the damn
The
boat.
Harlem Globetrotters. So I remember it.
And everybody could get on the island and leave, but they never could get off with the people who got there.
Yeah.
I know.
Never worked out. It's always, oh, damn it. You'll never make it.
Calibos's rap would have been a lot better.
I don't know. We'll have a wrap off.
Maybe. You don't know.
Still can rap.
Robin. You have to have Robin do a rap. Robin's the rapper.
True.
Robin and Spooky. They use, and then the voice
Jill
modulator.
should rap the Urban Dictionary stuff.
What do you say?
Jill should rap the Urban Dictionary stuff.
Oh yeah, with the voice modulator too.
Yeah.
She can do that. She does have it. You just have to remember to fire up her laptop. That would be kind of funny, Joe. He's just saying. That's actually a good idea, Joe. Take notes. You've just been given another job. You can rap the Urban Dictionary.
And now she's being quiet in the live chat. She's like, "Shit, you're making more work for me."
Wasn't me. I just, I'm just here for the comments.
That
And the
was me.
comment made sense.
I'll call it.
Suck it up, Joe. It would be funny though. I'm just saying. It is a good idea.
Oh, okay. She is.
Oh, she is there?
Yeah, she says she doesn't rap. She uses the voice changer, but I don't rap or sing. But see, as the voice changer, you don't have to worry about how you sound. So you
Right.
can do
It does everything for you. It does all the work.
Autotune.
If I had one of those on my phone, I'd be singing all the time. I don't care. Because all the blood rushed to it.
That's how you answer all the scam callers with that voice thing on. That'd be hilarious. Every time a scam.
I just kept going. I got one today. I was like, really? Really? And they finally hung up on me. I got 3 reallys before they hung up.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. What? You want me to do what? Oh, who? You have to start from the beginning. That's why you keep just doing that. Just start from the beginning, please. I'm confused, and I want to make sure I get this right. So what happened? Now start from the very beginning, okay?
How about this one? Is it? They say hello. No habla inglés. No habla inglés. So hold on. I don't speak English. Or I don't speak Spanish. I don't know what. Then they hold on. No habla inglés. Hold on. I don't speak Spanish. No comprende. No habla inglés. Buddy, I don't know what you're doing here. I don't speak Spanish.
My favorite was when I got the my social security number has been suspended.
Again?
Like, what? That's not a real and I'm on the phone with them, but I'm at work and I'm at the desk and I was like, let's look this up. Well, that's a scam. But then they wanted me to call the number. And I'm like, no, I'm not calling the number.
Like PayPal.
And my work phone gets scam calls all the time. Hi, this is an important message from the Marriott Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got the one where you've ordered like $279.99 from Amazon, and you need to, if you made that a purchase, you don't have to do nothing. But if you haven't made that purchase, you need to call this number right
I got
away.
that email.
Yeah.
And it's charged to your Visa.
Then I went and checked my email and my Amazon account, and it was fine. So I'm like, oh, ignore that.
Yep.
Actually, I flagged it, sent it off to them.
Because it's not even them. It's just motherfucking scammers, all kinds of scammers. You call me and try to scam me.
Princes.
Oh yes. I
have
thought
a
if you send me
with them.
$500, I'll send you back 500 million. I just have to let it clear U.S. Customs through your account, and well, yeah, okay.
They have thought of me in their will.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't. I mean, there's a whole mountain of money just waiting that I need to get the shipping fee on.
My friend, I'm trying to help you. My call today is to make sure that nothing bad happens to you, so you must cooperate. Okay.
I've got about 14 warrants for my arrest.
Yes, everybody is looking for you. They're international warrants. We have taken them out here in India as well. They are going to come for you with everybody. We don't want this to happen for you. So what can we do today to resolve this issue? Just give me access to your account, and I'm going to
take me alive.
Yes. Come and get me, you bastards.
3 hots and a cots, baby.
Yeah.
No, it's actually 2 hots and a sack lunch now.
I just feel bad for the motherfuckers that target, people like the elderly and stuff, and people. That's the worst. And tell them like their grandsons in jail or some shit, and everything, having them doing all kinds of. They have to get cards, or Amazon gift cards, or whatever, and shit like that. It's like, you're a fucking scumbag. Like, you're a piece of shit. Target the motherfuckers, the rich folks who won't even know in their fucking account if someone took a fucking $1 million out their account. They'll find it out 10 years later and shit when they go and fucking off themselves. But you're worried that you're taking money from.
They just blew that on coke that month too. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're robbing from the fucking poor.
Think of the people who could least afford to lose money. That's who you're targeting.
How about the guy that mystery friend that makes friend, and they've got absolutely no friends, and they've got this brand new profile, and they are asking to be your friend.
Oh, that's I got one of those on Facebook right now. Yeah, I'm like, okay.
And
Yeah.
And then, so if you finally feel cocky, you got a wild hair up your ass, you go ahead and friend them and let the games begin.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
And I've had these, there's supposed to be these 3-star generals on their I have to go there. I got to check this out. I've had so many big officers decide they're going to be my friend. I'm just a lowly petty officer enlisted. They're officers like lieutenants and shit. And I'm just a little enlisted working my way up back then. So there's this big fancy wancy officer, and he's asking me about how my day is. Oh, I'm doing great, etc. And wouldn't you know, he's down on his luck, and his dog died.
Aww.
And he needs money.
Mm.
He needs Google Play cards. And I'm like, now let me get this straight. You are in command of a squadron of about 1,000 people, and you need to harass some strange little old lady across the United States to get you Google Play cards? And you don't understand. I said, but your pay rate alone, I know your pay rate alone, you're rolling. He could buy me a Mercedes every month. And he's asking me if he was truly who he was. He could practically afford to buy me a Mercedes, a new color every month. And he's asking me for Google Play cards. So I had to,
Google Play cards of all things too. Yeah.
With them a little bit. And then there's another one. I just said, hey, I'm busy. I've just came home with a big old stack of Google Play cards. Did you want any of them?
I'll take all of them.
Just toy with them.
I don't got time for that. I mean, sometimes it's fun, but it's like, yeah.
It's all in, the little messenger. They get you in messenger and stuff.
Yeah, they try. My messenger, if you're not my friend, it gets filtered out and shit. And it's all those random like hellos and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, okay. Good luck with that. I don't know you. I want to know you. No time for that shit.
Every once in a while I get cocky.
I get it. That's real old school too. I remember fucking praying phone calls and shit like that, and just having nothing better to do. Just fucking go through the phone book, looking up names that we're calling those people and fucking with them. So same shit. Of course.
You have Prince Albert in a can? Let him out.
Is your refrigerator running?
Better catch it.
Like you start when you're young too. It's like you find that people have like a last name like Christmas, and you call them and sing, and they'll sing with you like "We wish you." They're like, "Yeah, okay, we get it. We get it. Our last name's Christmas." Like, how many times a year do we have to fucking sing this song for you people to stop calling us?
The prank pizza call. Who's made a prank pizza phone call?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Who would do that? That's horrible.
Little smile
Who would ever do
face.
that? That's not. No. Never.
The day before my own pizza, I wasn't going to order someone else one.
No, I would just fuck around and order. It's fucking crazy.
No, Jiggy would never do a thing like that.
Not me. No.
Never.
I was an angel.
Yes, I can imagine.
Yes. Nope.
He doesn't even know what I'm talking about.
Not at all.
I can see the confusion on his face.
Not at all.
It was just, maybe Jonaside has no idea. He's a pup.
Gosh, oh my! I mean, I'm thinking about the shit you would think about when you were making crank phone calls and the stuff you could get away with. And then sometimes you'd crank phone call people and end up cool with them. Like that was some good shit. You're like, thanks. Like that was real creative. Thank you. And then you would just emulate shit like you saw on Porky's and shit, like
Mike Hunt.
Yeah, that one.
I think we got Cambion on that one time, or C-Dub. We got somebody on there in the chat. We actually responded and we were just dying, like, oh, great, you guys just Porky's me. I think it might have been C-Dub, might have been Cambion. I can't remember.
I barely remember Porky's, but I remember watching it.
Oh, I loved Porky's. I remember.
It's on one of the pay servers. I think it's on Amazon Prime right now.
Which is a movie where the guy tries to get Spanish fly and they have to go to Mexico. Which movie is that?
Going All the Way.
It was a teenage boy.
Going All the
he
Way
was
with
just on
Tom
this big
Cruise
quest.
and Jackie Earl and
he's going.
It's
And
Shelley
he's trying
Long
to talk
in
to
it.
the guy in the counter. He goes, bzz, bzz, Espanol.
Yeah, it's Going All the Way. Going All the Way with Tom Cruise, Jackie Earl, something, and I believe Shelley Long's in that too.
I don't know if I ever saw that. I don't know if I ever saw that. It may have slipped through the cracks.
I remember I saw that movie, and it's like
I think he did that after Taps before he did Risky Business. But in the early 80s, Tom Cruise was the actor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right up until about the
yeah.
mid-90s.
I heard little rumors about that, about him
Yeah,
through
he's
that
probably
whole
James Carrey.
Top Gun era.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard he's really nice to strangers.
Mhm.
Not so nice to people he
Most
knows.
people are nicer to strangers than their own family.
Something like that.
Those people don't have to know you 24 hours a day. They only know you for a short period of time.
Yep.
It's a fleeting moment for strangers. You know what I mean? But that's when you put your game face on. That's what most people do. They can't be perfect 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like they said, no matter how good you look, someone thinks your shit stinks.
Yep.
Hollywood,
Like,
everything.
you see a beautiful woman. Remember, there's some dude that's sick of her shit.
Yep. Same thing with a good-looking man. There's someone that's sick of his shit too. That's
Sick
how
of my
the world
shit.
works.
I can deal with you.
Yeah, I'm not trying hard enough.
That's
She's
why
like,
I
she
drink
said for
alone.
now. You drink alone?
I drink alone,
Okay.
All by yourself?
all by myself.
Nobody else is around?
You know what I drink alone? I prefer to be by myself.
I drink with my buddy Jack and Jim.
Yep,
Sometimes Grandpa.
there you go.
But when I do drink, I have to have a bourbon, a scotch, and a beer.
One of each.
Yeah. Makes me feel bad to the bone.
I was gonna say, isn't it a song?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
they're,
George Thorogood,
yes. Thank you very much.
the Delaware Destroyers.
I don't even have a go-to drink anymore.
I drink, if I'm drinking at home, it's Tullamore Dew. It's an Irish whiskey I really like. But if I'm out anywhere, I probably ain't drinking because I'm driving. And if I am, I'll either have a cheap beer or an expensive beer. It just depends.
But what I do is I like local beers. So like when I was in California, when I was in Arizona, you know, like everyone's like, yeah, we have Sam. I'm like, I don't want a Sam. I can get that fucking shit at home. Like, what do you have that's a local brewery? Like, you know, I'll try like a local. That's usually what I do, maybe for a beer. So that's about it. But
There's so many of them around here that I half the time I'm just like, give me a PBR, or I ask for a pale ale, not an IPA, just a regular pale ale. What pale ales do you have? Oh, we have an IPA. And I didn't say IPA. I said pale ale. There's a difference. I don't know what it is, but there's a difference.
You know what you like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I fell off the chair. It's okay, guys. I'm all right.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
No,
We
I
believe
was
you.
thinking, what do I got down here in the bar?
You went too
I
far
have
down.
Pear-Everclear. I used to make flavored booths, Pear-Everclear and Borracho Banana, which is Spanish for drunk, and Cherry-Everclear, which is cherry, and there's another. Oh, limoncello.
You make the liquor?
I get Everclear and then I flavor it
Gotcha. Okay.
with fruit, real cherries, real pears.
Oh, my buddy did that. He used to take. We had. I think it was 15-year-old. It was Everclear, and he threw in all these fruits into it, and then he sealed it, and then he forgot about it, and then he found it. He's like, "You want to try it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want to try it." It
This shit's
tasted
old.
like crap, man. But 2 drinks later, I was feeling really good. And he was
my
carrying all
stuff is
day
old.
taking the fruit out of it. He was drunker and shit.
I got a big old bunch of that cherry stuff. It's pretty old, long time ago. I don't drink very much.
I still think we got stuff left over from our honeymoon. What did we get? That apple pie and.
Yeah, we have the apple pie. That's from our wedding.
But yeah.
Our Maui wine.
Yeah, we had
Pineapple wine.
Yeah, pineapple. Yeah, we haven't finished that. That's how good it is.
Malibu rum.
Yeah, I like Sierra Nevada, Keats. They got a good pale ale.
Little Jiggy and his lifesavers.
What?
Lemon savers.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, tip mix.
What?
What's that?
They didn't have any. Shit was on sale, so people bought all that shit at the store. I was pissed.
I always hate that too when something's out that I want. Like, who else is buying my shit?
Right.
Which shit are you wanting?
My Chex Mix.
Chex Mix? My mom makes her own. I don't eat Chex Mix.
It's turtle. It's a very specific one. For some reason, it was on sale. Other people wanted it this week. Fucking assholes.
Although I'll tell you what is good that I will eat. I guess it's made with Chex Mix. You ever heard of puppy chow?
Yeah, but I used to give it to dogs though.
No, this is made with Chex Mix. And it's got like powdered sugar, and you melt like chocolate on it, and I think maybe chocolate and peanut butter, and then you roll it in powdered sugar. I hear it's pretty darn yummy. It's called puppy chow.
It does sound kind of good though.
It's
You
pretty
lost
darn
me
good.
with it.
That does sound kind of good though. It's not a lot of work, but it does sound kind of good.
You got to be one of them people who knows how to mess with melted chocolate, I guess.
Well, I mean, melted chocolate isn't hard to mess with.
I guess I'm not too sure. I've never tried to make it, but I've eaten it before, and baby, it's yummy.
Check mix thing, kind of like what you just talked about.
Yeah, we used to get a medicated Chex Mix. Yeah, it just reminded me of that.
Like
Yeah.
weed medicated?
Yeah.
Edible?
They used to have this farmer's market here when before they legalized it for the medical community. Since we had our cards, we used to go down there, and it was just like just a part of this place of the strip mall, but you'd have 30, 40 vendors, and people would get I'd walk in and immediately, $5 for a dab. Here, try this at candy. Hey, do you want to join? Hey, I'm giving away. Hey, do you want to try this? This vape pen here. Go ahead, take a hit off it. See what you think. Hey, you want a free dab over here? Yeah. It's 5 minutes from the house. We'd be like 3 hours and come back just completely wasted. Just get on there. I'm so hungry.
But the good
I don't know how I
news is you
drove
found
home.
your home.
Well, yeah. I mean,
That sounds like Costco and shit. Like you just go there for lunch.
Yeah, it's totally what it felt like. We used to tease about it. I know, and then they legalized it and ruined it because now you can't have the medical. That's my
Why?
go-to dispensary. The medical got grandfathered into whatever the commercial part of it is now, recreational.
They haven't done that here.
Which
So-
is better, medical or commercial? Which has got the higher?
I like the medical better. It was a lot cheaper. I had a buddy that was my grower. So he just, I give him my sheet, so he grow his like 8 or 9, 10 plants, whatever it was. I think it was 6 at one point. And I think it went to 8, and so he was growing like 30 or 40 plants, and he had them all legally. And then you just call you up, say, hey, I'm harvesting, and you go over and help him harvest, and you'd have all this free weed.
Huh.
We kept
Learn
he
something
kept
new
my
every
house
day.
where he was. It was awesome. I mean, I like that it's legal. I can just walk into a store, and buy. I got 1, 2, 3, in fact, 4 or 5 right around me. Within 5-minute drive from my house. I live in a small town. Which is funny because at work we're not allowed to park in the company car near any of the dispensaries. We can't. We have to. But not that we're going to there's a 7-Eleven right by a dispensary. I was specifically told I can't go to that 7-Eleven in the company car. And I said, why? And he goes, what if someone complains? Then we have to review it and we have to look into it. I'm like, I don't want all that. I'll go to the other 7-Eleven across town. If I'm
Had
going
to
to a
be a
7-Eleven.
Karen. Had to be a Karen. Sorry,
Well,
Karen. Still the nice
I,
Karens.
I took a break. I was walking downtown. It was 90 degrees. And I was wearing this coat because I didn't have my shirt at the time that would fit me. So I'm wearing the winter coat because I had to wear something with the company on it. And I sat down on a park bench to check because my wife, Renee, just called me because one of her dogs was sick. She called. So I was calling her back. And then I got to the office and they're like, someone called and complained that you were sitting down on the job. I'm like, what? I can't take a break? We don't care. You get the job done. I got called because I jaywalked. I walked on it was a red walk sign across the street. I went, there's no one here, so I walked across, and someone called to complain that I jaywalked. And
That is the way of our people, genocide.
And now nobody in the company, we have to wait, no matter how slow or long it takes for the light to change.
Yeah,
If we were walking in the downtown, and I'm just like, really?
That's the way of our people. We always
Oh,
get
yeah.
told on by some Karen because of something stupid like that. You can cross every T and dot every I, and the way of our people, we always get nailed for something retarded. So try to
Yeah.
have fun in the meantime.
Karens, Kens, Joes, Jacks, Lilies, Barrys,
Kyles.
whatever. Like I hate that they
Kyles.
can pick on that poor name Karen though. Like it's just that one.
Well,
There's so
I know a Karen, and she's like, I hate Karens. Even though my name's Karen, I'm not one of those Karens that Karens the shit around for those fucking Karens.
right, but now
And
anybody named Karen has to. It's like
Yeah.
they have to have a disclaimer. Like I'm not that kind of Karen, but my name is Karen.
Yeah.
I know a Karen from the VA. She's a little sweetheart. She's an angel puff.
I got an aunt named Karen.
She's not a Karen, but sadly her name is Karen. Life sucks for her right now.
Can't we just say sucky people?
Sucky people it is, sir. Sucky people it is.
I'm here to say, Karen, that someone needs to defend your name, and that these individual fucking people just need to be fucking. They're just sucky people. They all have
Karens
different
need
names.
love too.
He's just looking at Issaquah to move to. Issaquah's nice. It's about an hour and a half from me, but it's nice.
I could never live someplace with a name like that. Trying to explain that shit to people. You live in a what the who?
Issaquah,
Are you,
it's the native. It's the
Don't
native
dox
tribe that's from around there.
And then I thought he was joking because everyone was saying like that. There was that saying like Issa, it's a problem, an Issa thing. I thought he was being a fuck. Like I'm moving to Issaquah, like see.
Yeah, Issaquah.
Mm-hmm.
Where they filmed Twin Peaks, actually, yeah. Yeah, Spokane's the one that gets me. People say Spokane. It's across the state. It's not even like it's Eastern Washington. Might as well be a different state. People go Spokane. Oh, you from you were Spokane?
Video.
Yeah,
Cream.
It's Spokane.
Spokane. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Now I know to call it Spokane.
I'm like a dog who's just heard a squeaky toy.
And like the Issaquah is how do you say it?
Issaquah.
So it's
Issaquah.
It's a Native American thing.
Yeah, I know that. Just
I liked it because Brock Hewitt was a UW Husky. I think he played for the NFL for a minute, and now he's an analyst. But I liked it when he was in the NFL. He was from Puyallup, and they'd be like Palep. They'd never say Puyallup right, and that's another tribe that's around here.
Yeah, a lot of Washington State is just Native American words.
A lot of places are. It's just I mean,
here too.
yeah, it's what it is. It's, but I probably wouldn't be able to pronounce anything in the Northeast where JiGGYS at. I'd be like, how do you say that?
Yeah,
But I grew up around here, so of course I know how to say it. Hell, Seattle's named after an Indian chief, and they spelt the name wrong and say it wrong.
There's a bunch of towns and stuff, Native American town names and stuff here, everything. Again, you got to remember where I am. The motherfucker started here. They landed on Plymouth Rock. Rock didn't land on.
Where are you at? Because you say you're in Boston, but are you in Boston in this timeline? In this dimension? Are you 2 dimensions over? Different?
I can't always tell you where I am. You know what I mean? One day you'll understand. You'll have to understand when we look at the weed.
They keep mind wiping me, that's all I know they do is they mind wipe me. I've probably had all these adventures with you, but you can't tell me about because they mind wiped me.
Yeah, you, Renee too. She doesn't even remember either.
You know who remembers? This dog remembers. That's why he barks.
The dog remembers.
Keats and Mary don't remember. Nobody remembers.
See how he seems very.
Callie Boss
little
doesn't remember.
anything
Tiff
but
doesn't.
dogs.
That's why there's certain couples that like are really into it too, because they don't realize that their significant others have been on adventures with you all with us. We have to mind wipe you. Sorry, but you've had some good times.
Yeah, you did. You
So
know
she
me
said-
longer than
The
you
sad
think.
thing is
Jimmy.
that Michael doesn't remember the concert though.
Yeah.
He don't remember the concert on the moon. It's sad. I don't know if Tiff does because she's a robot, so she may have it somewhere in her memory banks where we would access it. But we took him to see Michael Jackson on the moon, and he doesn't remember Tupac, Biggie. Everybody was up there.
Elvis.
Yep.
Elvis impersonators.
You even know
I
that?
didn't think Michael would be as big as a diva as he was.
Well, Mike's
Michael
probably a
Jackson?
diva.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you meant Callie Boss.
I mean, he was the biggest diva of all time.
I figured he'd be more down to earth since his dad was kind of mean.
No, not at all. That was what made him the way he was. It made him sheltered and fucking, he was forced, and he all his life growing up was to be an entertainer. That's all his father cared about. So his childhood, he talked about that stuff, like not feeling like he had a childhood, all the stuff that he missed out on. He never got a chance to be a kid ever.
With that, and he also liked to play games with the press. So half the crazy stories you heard about Michael Jackson started.
The controversy sells. It's a 57.
Yeah, the sleep chambers. He never slept in one of those, but he had him thinking he did because he collected one.
Right. Whatever he bought, anything. The Elephant Man's bones. People would come up with crazy ass stories and shit. You know, he's like, oh, whatever, man. Yeah, I'm just an eccentric dude. Shit, if I could have a fucking amusement park in my crib, I would too.
Yeah, why not?
Not to have kids at it. I'd be on my fucking rides. I'd have my homies always. Let's go on some roller coasters. Y'all down? Let's see I got a roller coaster right here. You know what I'm saying?
I love roller coasters.
Don't spill the water, though.
You ever been on the slingshot?
I don't know where is that at?
It's like an amusement park thing. It's where it's like a roller coaster thing, but worse. It's where you sit in it. Usually you get a partner. It's a 2-seater thing, and they slingshot you on this boing up it, but you don't go forever.
Oh, no. I'm not doing no shit like that.
Slingshot?
I'm afraid of heights, but I love roller coasters.
You've probably seen videos of it on YouTube.
I know what you're talking about. I'm not doing that. No.
On top of the what are the towers there? What are the hotels? I forget which one. Stratosphere. And I was like, yeah, and I was like, I want to go on this. And then I saw the video. I'm like, I'm not going on this.
I look at that and that makes me want to go pee from the ground. There's no way.
You know what
sucks? The slingshot, but I ain't doing that. That looks too like it's held together with duct tape to me, man.
I was at Busch Gardens last October, which is fucking roller coaster heaven. I couldn't go on any of the roller coasters.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't chance it. I wanted to so bad, but I couldn't chance it. I don't know what it is. I'm afraid of heights, but I've always loved roller coasters.
I want to do the roller coaster joke where you sit down and the guy's sitting, you're getting up, and the guy sits down behind you, and you go take the little bolt. Hey, this bolt fell out, and then walk away.
What?
Just before it's a joke where the guy's about ready to get going on a roller coaster, and you hand him a bolt. Hey, this bolt fell out of your thing. Here you go.
Oh, that's fucked up. No, I wouldn't do that, man.
Oh, I would.
It'd be the person like in line to do that shit.
No, I would do it too.
You know what a Jesus nut is, Joni?
What?
A Jesus nut?
No, Jesus.
Is that in the Urban Dictionary?
It should be. No, this is something on a helicopter called a Jesus nut, and it's the big top propeller on the helicopter. It's the nut. It's an eccentric type dealie on that makes it. But anyway, that's called a Jesus nut, and that's the thing that you got to make sure is on, or else it could come off in mid-flight. It's your life. They call it a Jesus nut on purpose. Because
well, I have a friend that in the military and stuff. I'll ask him about it.
It's a helicopter thing.
Yeah, I have a friend that flies helicopters.
So yeah, ask him about a Jesus nut if you remember.
I'll ask him. Hey, what's a Jesus nut? He'll tell me.
Yeah.
I think he does stuff for the Forest Service. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. He's told me once, but I don't remember. It was a while ago.
There's a similar story that goes around the military concerning a Jesus nut. A guy who's kind of walking through the flight deck with a Jesus nut, like how he would maybe toss an apple in the air, slowly walking through the pad with the Jesus nut, and all the pilots come whipping out of their helicopter to double check and climbing on their helicopter, make sure theirs was on there.
I watched a video recently.
There's something called a pre-flight inspection.
Yeah.
And
I watched the video where it was a helicopter's, the rotor was in time with the film, so it didn't look like it was moving.
Yeah.
And it was so cool to watch helicopter take off, and it's not like it's in time, so it looked like I was dying. Like a 2-minute
time
video.
With the back rotor, so they don't chop each other up.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I don't really want to be in unless it's like a Chinook or some shit.
And then the propellers are in time when they used to the fighter pilot, the fighter planes. If they had propellers, they had to time the propellers, or else the bullets would shoot holes through the propeller.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. And now all they got to do is press a button. The computer does everything, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, back in the 80s, they were using fiber optics just to do the flight control surfaces on the jet planes, the fighter things. You know, instead of levers, most of the stuff is levers and pulleys and a little metal rope.
Yeah.
But they used, light signal on a fiber optic back in the 80s even.
You know what I had to argue with my father about, and he's still adamant about this, is Sully. The fact that, the pilot that landed that plane on the Hudson in New York. And I said that the guy, he was a hero. He did an incredible thing. And my father's like, that's bullshit, because my father worked for Eastern Airlines. He was a pilot and stuff. Not a pilot for Eastern Airlines, but he had a private pilot's license, how to fly planes. And he's just like, no, planes have, the computers. They're just so smart. They can pretty much take off and land themselves and everything. I said, yeah, I understand that. But in an emergency situation like that, and gliding that plane and stuff like that, I mean, to get that, the plane's computer is not landing it on water. If the plane's computer could land it on water, that you wouldn't have almost every crash would be if a plane could just glide, it would glide right in the water and land perfectly. Because the computer. My mother always
asked why planes don't have parachutes.
Well, they have some planes that they've come up with the idea. There are some planes that have parachutes, the smaller ones now. I think most planes now that are made are required to have them. It blew my mind when I saw a plane that fell out the sky, and actually it was a few years ago, and you saw a parachute on it, and it just took it down and landed in the tree. Nobody got hurt or anything, but there are planes that have those.
Yeah, she's always talked about
what's going on. It depends on what happens with the plane. If a plane, fire, anything, certain things, that parachute's going to be useless. So,
was it a little Cessna type?
Yeah, it wasn't a big plane like these. I don't know how big that they go up to that they have them, but if you look it up, you can definitely see that there are planes that have parachutes. Like it was the perfect thing. I don't know if the plane's engine conked out, and whatever happened to this plane, the parachute, you could see it coming down, and the plane came down perfectly. It wasn't spinning, it wasn't doing anything crazy, but it just happened to land in trees. But nobody got hurt. It was perfect. So yeah, you would think all planes would have that, but what would a big ass plane would need? A bunch of parachutes for that shit to come?
3 or 4, it'd be all parachute for the weight of it.
Yeah, put them on the wings, put them on the back. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Hold the fuel usually.
Right. Yeah. I'm talking about the aerodynamics. And I don't know. Like, I don't know how that would be done.
Yeah, neither.
They've taught. I've seen where they've thought about making it so like the plane, the inner part of the plane is just its own compartment, and that in an emergency situation that would jettison and have a couple of big huge parachutes that would help that to come down. So all the weight is going down in the body of the plane, but now you just have this compartment that everybody is pretty much in that will be away from any kind of destruction or whatever. Yeah. So that seemed like a great idea, but again, planes still to this day I don't understand why planes aren't faster, more aerodynamic, being able to do so. And I think that they do have some crazier shit, but it's just not the public doesn't have access to it. The Concorde,
the military's 50 years ahead of the civilians. So
how many?
50.
Close enough.
Well, I just know I read the Skunkworks book by the guy that was head of Skunkworks during the stealth program, and in the 50s he was talking about manless drones. And I'm just like, in 58 they had those. What do they have now? That's why I think all the UFOs I saw now are probably just drones.
Just much more advanced drones, exactly.
With the P3s, well, let me put it to you this way. I was working on the P3 Orion from 1986 to 1990. And those planes were basically built in the 40s.
Yeah.
So do the math. 1980, 1940. So we're talking closer to 40 years than 50
well,
if you want to be realistic.
Blackbird came out in the early 60s, and it's still being flown today.
Yeah, they just retired the P3s, I think maybe a couple years ago now.
And look at the stealth fighters. They had those for 30 years before they used them.
But look at our damn commercial airlines. They suck.
Yeah.
Should be able to get anywhere in an hour. Like anywhere in the world, you should be able to get there.
Triangle.
There's some shit hot commercial pilots too, buddy. I live 3.5 miles from an airport. And you can watch them come in, and some of them are just coming in so smooth.
You know what I saw? The coolest thing I ever saw was, I've been to air shows and stuff, but it's not the coolest, but it's cool. In Delaware, I forget what Air Force base it is, but I was driving, me and my father were leaving there when they were coming back to Boston. But as we're passing it, they have the C-130s, and they're doing the touch and goes. and it's incredible to see how they just boom, boom, in a row, and they're all just doing just touch and goes, and they're just tipping those wings, and they're just doing these crazy maneuvers, and they're all doing. It's incredible to see that shit. It's that's some skill.
Joint Louis McCord's by me when I drove taxi. I'd be on I-5 going somewhere. All of a sudden, you just look over and there's a C-130 with it looks 10 feet away because they're so big.
Yeah,
I'm just like, what the hell? I gotta drive it. Look at this. That's not fair.
I've been in one of those. The C-130 Starlifter.
The transport, isn't it a transport?
Yeah, the transport ones, yeah.
I had to go all the way to Germany in one of those.
That sounds awesome. That wouldn't bother me.
You get a seat. Remember, like a swing and a modern swing set for kids.
Yeah,
that's what you get to sit on for. Think of how far U.S. to Germany is.
Oh shit! Yeah,
a swing set seat.
That might not bother me.
I'm not even a big person, and that's no fun. Imagine being, a swing set seat is all you got in them things, and they fold down like a little bitty shelf for your butt. It's not as cool as you think.
I just like the fact that it's a big ass plane.
You're thinking Delta.
That's pretty cool to me. I've never been on one. Sounds pretty cool to me.
It's got the ramp in the back.
I could drive my truck.
Movie.
Take my truck with me.
Yeah.
I'll sit inside my truck.
They don't land. You have to jump out.
What?
You pee in, and you get to pee in something like a coffee can.
Oh, cool.
But it's got a toilet seat on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and someone actually has to dump that stuff out.
Yeah, lowest man totem pole.
And they've the guys have actually gotten in the P3. They've gotten they do go through a little hazing, and you've got a little bathroom, and it's basically put maybe 3 or 4 of them old style Folgers coffee cans that are metal, but a big tube. And they would get the newbie, and he'd have to go potty. And that's when they would hit 0 G. That hyperbolic curve.
I've heard those stories.
They would lock him in that bathroom and hit 0 G. And guess where everybody's potty goes?
Oh, that's
golden shower with chunks.
Yeah, they have to smell them for the rest of the flight. I'd be thanks, guys. You
That's a type of hazing.
See, I'm preparing anybody for that. Anybody who may have to go through that. See, I'm preparing you for it.
And I'm sure that, our crew is not the only squadron that's ever done that. So
probably is. Probably no one else has ever done that.
Oh.
No.
I really
hazing in the military? Come on, that doesn't happen.
She knows about the aliens and the UFOs and stuff, though. She just can't talk about it.
I've seen some cool shit, but you'd never believe
it. I just talked to the military town, man. I hear all sorts of shit from the military guys. Some of it was bullshit. Some of it might have been real. I don't know.
Yeah, you just never know what's really somebody's experimental test flight.
I did know that officers talk the most, though. Officers will talk the spooky stuff more than the enlisted guys. I don't know why that is. Like you hear ghost stories on all the aircraft
They're
carriers.
the ones behind the wheel. Usually the enlisted are sitting in the back. The officers are the ones usually behind the wheel seeing the most.
Yeah, they always talk about, the Indian Ocean. I don't know what it is about the Indian Ocean, but everyone says you could, when you're like in the Pacific and you cross over to the Indian, you can tell you crossed from oceans. They say it's like a video screen, like rough water, smooth water.
It's a different color and everything.
Yeah, it just goes. You just know. He goes, and the Indian Ocean, he goes, it's spooky because it's quiet. The Pacific, the Atlantic, they're loud. The Indian, he goes, it's quiet.
No, wait, Six Drops. Have you ever been to Antarctica?
No.
You sure? You lying to us?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
I'm trying to think what the farthest south I've been. I've kind of stayed north of the equator most of the time. Think about it.
I had a neighbor that was stationed in Antarctica when he was in the Navy at a weather station. And when you ask him, what's Antarctica like? And he'd tell you, like, it's cold. And he'd watch the videotapes of The Price is Right. One time he's like, yeah, I saw some spooky shit. What'd you see? Some spooky shit. That's all he'd say.
They They do have pleasure cruises that could take you to Antarctica.
Yeah, it's only about 10 grand.
Yeah, but do you get to see real Antarctica?
Beats me. I don't like to be
Yeah, I
that
do.
cold. I'm a desert baby. I like it warm.
I do with Brad. Was that Brad Olson? I do what he did.
Yeah, Brad Olson. No, you don't. He did it. No, but I'll give him credit.
Yeah.
I know he's into some woo woo, but I've talked to the man. I hung out with, but he did it the hard way.
Yeah, he drove down there and rented a boat.
No, he didn't rent the boat. No, he didn't rent the boat. He was. He had to be a part of a crew.
Yeah.
Of somebody else's boat. Like it was like hard work. He said like there was points like he was sick as shit and stuff like that. Like some of the roughest waters you ever go through. Yeah, so I give him mad credit. I mean, whatever woo he says is there, whatever he encountered, but
booze to the bases and stuff.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, whatever. I don't. Listen, I don't know. I just know that. Listen, I'll give the man credit. He put his money where his mouth is. And shit,
prove you could do it, Billy. Don't cost $100,000, Billy.
No. I'd have to do the cruise way or some shit. I don't know about me being able to do some fucking hard sailing shit.
The cruise leaves from Argentina and you go down to one or two of the bases. What I remember about looking at the cruise was you could water ski in front of a glacier.
Oh shit! See, that'd be dope as fuck.
I was like, that would be fun, but I'd rather.
I don't know about water skiing. Maybe jet skiing. My ass ain't getting on no water skis. I'm not. No.
I want to walk. I want to see the mountains. I want to see the mountains in Antarctica.
You mean you want to see the pyramids?
Well, I want to see those too. Yeah, but the mountains,
the mountain pyramids that are 3 million feet tall.
Pyramids, I want to see the jungle that I saw in the documentary, the X-Men cartoon series, when Magneto and Professor X went there.
Oh, you're talking about is it with Kazar? What the fuck is the dude that lives there?
I forget.
Oh, fuck.
But it was all jungle with dinosaurs.
Yes, fuck. Is it Kazar?
I don't remember.
Come on,
the Dr. Sinister was the one I thought was that kidnapped him. But I don't remember.
Jesus. The Savage Land.
Yes, that's what
it's the Savage Land. But is it Kazar that's there in the Savage? Okay, my brain. Yeah, it's going to take me a minute. It's been a while. Jesus.
I don't remember. I'm no help.
Yeah, or we could just find like the entrance that Admiral Byrd found in Middle Earth, and we can fly down there, and then we can see all that stuff that he talks about as well.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll find King Kong and Godzilla down there, according to the fucking just.
Hey, no spoilers. I might watch that still.
Oh, and maybe we can meet Farton 1 and Farton 2, according to Linda Mountain Howe.
Well, they're down there. Of course, we'll meet them.
Cool. We're going. Who's going? Who's paying for my trip to Antarctica? I need to go to a cruise.
We're going to use that money that Robin's sending you, the $2 million she promised you.
Oh, yeah.
She doubled it.
Yeah, she doubled it. And since she doubled it, I'm taking 10 people with me.
Yeah.
Robin, you can be one of them. You'll get no respect at all.
Oops, we left Robin down there. Oops.
Who?
We left Robin down there. Oops.
Is Robin? In Antarctica. I said, is Robin down there? I can't read the chat. I'm stuck in the grotto.
No, it's just brag.
It's the last blunt, by the way, folks. It's going to be the last blunt. So smoke it if you got it.
I gotta get up here. So I go to bed since I get up in the morning.
Get up in the morning for what?
I got the works.
What's that?
It's this thing I got to do for 8.5 hours tomorrow.
Sounds like fun. You enjoy stripping at that bar.
Yeah. I make good tips. What do you say,
Hey, you know what I'm saying? With that hair flow.
I got that dad body that's all in style now. So. Beard, long hair. I got tattoos. Women like me.
I got a fake tattoo on my arm. My grandbaby gave me a fake tattoo for Easter.
Oh, there you go. What is it?
I had to cut off part of it because it's a devil dog. It's a U.S. Marine Corps devil dog. So I had to cut off the part of it that said Marine Corps. I just, I tried to be disrespectful. I couldn't explain it to her, but I just kept the dog part of it and stuff. So that's what's there. Yeah.
It's just a fake tattoo.
I know. It's just, I don't know. Again, just, out of respect for people.
I'm a SEAL. I would have allowed it. I would have gave you a a Marine card. I've outdrank plenty in my time where they owe me a couple favors.
I know. Like I said, it was a harmless kid thing. I just, like I said, out of respect. You just got to pay respect. Respect is due. She still got part of it.
That's cute. I got a real tattoo.
I got a bunch of real. How many do I have? 2, 4,
got
5. I have 7.
I got one. Oh, Joni's got some serious ink. Joni's ink makes mine look like a birthmark.
I only got 2.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I had my run. I was talking about this the other day. I don't even know if I'd ever get any more ink. I don't even know
I've
what I would
given a
get.
dude a prison
I
tattoo
will.
once.
You were in prison and gave a prison tattoo?
I've given a dude a prison tattoo once.
But were you in prison when you gave the dude the prison tattoo?
I'll never tell.
One of my tattoos was done by a guy that had a tattoo in prison. So it was done with a guitar string, and the tattoo gun was made out of a tape recorder.
Hey.
And I've had it reworked, so it looks a lot better now.
I wanted the fucking, my
Stony
last name
was
is
here.
Webb. I wanted the web on my, what do you call it? On my
Elbow?
On your
elbow, but it's a prison tat.
Yeah. It's,
So I didn't get it.
It's
Yeah.
a skinhead tat. It's a white supremacy tattoo.
Yeah.
It means
Yeah.
different things, though. Like I've heard too many stories about what it's supposed to mean, so I don't even know anymore.
I have a web on my back. I'm good.
Neat.
Yes. I have a crest for my company that's on my chest. A kid designed for me years ago.
I got mom and dad tattooed on my chest after my mom passed away, which was where I was getting the tattoo. We scheduled for that for like a Thursday, and my mom passed away like the Sunday before.
I got 2 interlinking hearts with a little bit of vine work in the background.
I got 2 Cordell.
Oh, and I have my original Sumerian tattoo, you know, from when I came here with the Anunnaki. Yeah. Still there. Most people can't read it. Unless well, Zachariah Sitchin could. Sorry, I was laughing about that.
I got a little ankh I've wore always. I had it blessed at the Vatican.
Oh.
Well, I have my
Carabinieri just walked me right through the place, man. It was pretty cool. This is an ankh. This is okay to bless. Oh yeah.
I'm Thor's name.
Your Honor.
Hang in there, Jiggy.
I will.
There it is.
Awesome.
My iron lungs had a couple bad days. That's all.
But I had iron lungs till I quit in 05. I quit smoking weed for 7 years. Just was having fun doing it, so I quit for a while. And man, did my lungs clear out. I could leave all the stuff and then I never have been back to doing the bong hits I could used to do before.
I quit weed for the military.
That sucks.
It's not so bad.
No, I'm just saying, like, I know veterans and stuff who can't get their benefits if they smoke weed. I don't know if that's changing, but
it's changing a little bit.
Which is good.
I suffered a really bad injury in the military, and I went ahead and got my medical card. As a matter of fact, I got an appointment tomorrow because it's time to renew it because of the pain, because I was doing hands full of the Oxycontin.
Exactly.
And it was like zombie land.
Yep.
And it's like, I have got to do something different. And I'm still trying this type and this type and this type and this type, trying to figure. I've got a little diary saying, okay, this makes me more munchy. This keeps me awake at night. This smells like this, tastes like this. You know, a little dorky diary as I'm kind of muddling my way through.
Hey.
I would stick with like sativas or indicas, depending on what helps with your pain the most, and then look at the CBD strains too.
I've been trying to just shoot for high THC, so I get too stupid to realize I'm in that kind of pain.
You look for the
permanent nerve damage. It goes all the way up to it's something nasty. I had to go to shrinks and everything else because it's just really, really nasty pain.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's life. Hey, beats the alternative. Like I said, it humbles me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people who's in a lot worse shape than me.
Yeah.
And I'm, I could be in a lot worse.
I can dig it.
So, but in the
Yep.
meantime, I got to deal with it. What it is what it is, and I'm just working my own way through. So that's why I sit there and I ask really stupid questions. Like I was asking, what does this mean? And this, I was asking someone just boom, snap that answer right out for me. What
Well,
is the
Smoke King, when it comes to weed, Smoke King is the person to talk
Yeah,
to.
it was probably
Yeah.
Smoke King. Because I said, what is the SVG or SVF stand? And he said, it's San Fernando Valley OG.
Oh yeah, that was smooth. Yeah.
And
That's
it was
Smoke.
a little thing I was trying because I have to, see what, I was like, what does this mean anyway? So I'm still muddling through it. But yeah, I hadn't really messed with it. But I like the alternative versus all them pains. And besides, can't get them anymore.
Yeah.
The doctor won't even prescribe them anymore.
Well, when I had surgery, they were like, he had surgery like 2 days later. She's at the doctor just for a follow up, and they're like, "We want to start weaning her off pain pills." I'm like, "She just had the surgery. Give her a week to be on pain pills." And she's like, "I'm already weaning myself off of anyway." So I'm like, "Well, okay, but."
Listen, I'll take this. I don't like pain pills. I don't like none of that shit. I'll take this. I remember all that shit. I'm good. It ain't a Superman complex. You just know what your body can handle. You take what you can and deal with it. Keep it moving.
I tell you what, some days it's a smack in the face. You wake up in the morning going, ah, 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 ah. I don't know if guys have ever done that. Just as soon as you wake up, it's like, boom, hello, pain. And I was not prepared for the roughneck face. I was not. And
I like the days you go to bed feeling fine. You wake up like, what did I do to my neck? What did I do? I did something.
Dude, you feel like you fucking went off and fought a battle like for the planet.
Wipe me again.
I joked about that shit.
I was asleep. Where'd I get this bruise from?
Exactly, because you're off fighting aliens in your sleep. You don't even know it. They're kidnapping you, and you're fighting fucking intergalactic wars and shit. You don't even know you're a member of the Avengers in some universe and shit. And you ain't the Hulk. You're Hawkeye getting your ass whooped and shit by Loki or some shit.
Yep.
You say that's what that shit feels like.
So you're saying indicas and sativas, Johnny, for
pain? What the combination of that you like, that works best for you, with the indica, and then the CBD blends, strains too. The CBD blends will be better for the pain. But you got to find the strains. Like Charlotte Webb's the one that tops off my head off the moment. But and then with the indicas, that puts you to sleep. So if you want to do indicas at night, or sativa is good for the early mornings or midday when you're going to be active. And you just find what works for you pain wise.
Yeah, I'm still stumbling through that jungle quite a bit, and. I don't know. There's a few of you that's really just kind of helped me bump around. I ask a lot of I'm not trying to pry or anything, but I do ask a lot of stupid questions.
I've gone through I've been through it. In 2012, my arthritis stacked it up. I had acid reflux, and a friend of mine, which is kind of funny in one way, she got a cancer in her lymph nodes, and she had to get removed, do a little chemo, but she came out fine, and she's a good friend though. So she goes, I got my medical card. Oh, right on. I got cancer. Oh, you're so lucky. And she just looks at me like, that's medical. I'm messing with you. And she was like, okay, because she was going to be fine. She was going to be fine. I mean, I already knew what was going on with her. But she says, you can get your medical if you got arthritis. And I went in. The day I went in, I got my medical. I talked to him for 5 minutes. He's like, 125. You're good for a year. And then I did my surrogate from half-baked impression the first time I walked into the dispensary. When he walked into that, it was just like, what?
It's like heaven and shit. It's just,
it's overwhelming to me. Yeah, you do hear it. But still, right now, I'm still kind of pinballing between this and that. I'm still pinballing a little bit through this jungle.
And
So,
talk to the people you're getting at the dispensaries or where you're going to get your weed, your medical. Talk to them too. Ask them all these
I
questions. Ask
do,
different
and
people the questions. Ask the
I
people
have,
in their questions if they will. You know,
and
they'll answer them for you. Because
some
people
of
will
them
tell
give
you.
me bad advice.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
will.
because they're basing it on their needs or their likes or whatever, or what
There
they
you
hear from other
go.
people. Where she needs more of an individual thing. You need to just keep
Yeah.
tasting and testing.
See,
Yeah, it's
that's,
trial and
I'm
error.
kind of, and so I sit there and I say, well, what do you think? You know, it's really hard because each one's got her own personal chemistry.
Yeah.
It's like the cereal aisle now. You ever take a
So,
walk down the cereal aisle right now? If you don't know cereal, take a walk down
Yeah.
the cereal aisle. Good luck.
yeah, I've
It
been
is.
down a cereal aisle. It's a little
But then once you
overwhelming.
find that cereal that you like, you're like, I'm gonna keep eating this cereal, okay?
They got
Yeah, this
coffee
is-
cereal now.
They got every kind of fucking cereal they can.
I got a
have.
free
Yeah, that's
sample
too
from
many cereals.
Kroger's. I'm going to try it.
Good
But
luck.
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
going to be
head
awake
out
for 3
because
days.
it's past my bed.
All right, John. Thanks for being here, brother.
Yeah. You guys have a good night. See you guys later.
Peace and love.
Snappy
Good night, Renee.
trails.
Good
night.
Good night, Mrs. Johnny.
Coughing and smoking my last blunt.
I know you are.
It's always fun. You have some great tales, Six.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
You sound like you had a
You're the
fun,
coolest
very
dude
fun and
ever.
interesting life.
That's very flattered because I'm thinking, man, this has got to be the coolest dude ever.
Nah, your life's fucking
Really cool
awesome.
that,
Shit. You were out there living. You did some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but don't everybody. Well, yeah, I've done a lot. Yeah, I confess. I have been a busy little
Yeah.
gremlin.
You got the art. You got all kinds of stuff to show too. For it. It's not just talk. Like I said, it's all there. You have a trail of the things that you've done. You like I said, looking at your stuff on TikTok. Like there's a trail of you there. You didn't just pick up TikTok yesterday. Yeah. Just give you some kudos. That's all.
Oh, that's cool. I'm very flattered. I appreciate it. That's really sweet. That's.
But it's good to talk. It's like I said, I'd love to have any of these dudes who have all these fucking stories talk to someone like you. I'm like, listen, I got all my paperwork. We can get a fucking 100 people who fucking serve with me and know me and talk to me. And I just don't understand how people who have these crazy lives and that all these things aren't remembered. Like there's probably people I went to high school who fucking remember me for whatever stupid fucking reason. They're not gonna fucking forget you. People you spend time with and stuff over the years, and people still remember me when I was a fucking kid and shit. Like, what the fuck? But no one remembered you going to MIT, Bob Lazar. No one remembered you going to fucking Caltech, whatever school they went to. And all these people. No one remembered you at NASA. No one remembered you here. No one remembered you there. But you did all these incredible things. Okay. I guess.
Yeah, even Facebook, I didn't even know it until just a few years ago that my squadron had a Facebook page so we could get together. And I said, hey guys, because I'm watching you guys do stream. I said, you're here on Facebook and we can't they've put off these reunions. They were going to do a reunion. So I'm going this year. Our squadron is VP 56. I'm turning 56 this summer. I want to go to this. It's sort of, 56, yada, yada. I want to hit this reunion. I just now discovered they had them. And now here comes the plague. And they've had to put it off, which is understandable,
Right.
And I'm thinking, why don't you Facebook's got that room button, that big purple camera icon. Just click it and get together sometimes on cam. And they're like, well, we try Wishcast or Somecast. And I'm like,
Zoom, something.
I said, you could do a Zoom style call right here on Facebook with that button. And they're like, oh, try this, try that. And I'm like, you guys go. I just suggested, I thought maybe someone be in and want to just talk, catch up. And I think it went right over their head.
They all want to be in the same room together.
Huh?
They all want to be in the same room together.
I guess.
Everybody wants to see everybody, I guess. Maybe that's what it is.
That's cool. I understand. That's cool.
I haven't been to one reunion for anything school-wise. I'm good. I already went to school with those. I already went to school with those motherfuckers. They remember me, or they don't remember me. I remember them. I don't remember them.
A lot of people remember me as someone called Casey. And that's very rare. I
Okay.
left the Navy known as Casey, and I come back known as Six Drops or Teresa. So
I just know by whatever nickname I'm called is how long I've known you. That's it really is.
there
Like
you go.
people who call me Jiggy, like there's nicknames that go back when I was a kid, nicknames that went back when I was a fucking rapper or break dancer, shit and everything. I just said all kinds of nicknames back then. So depending on what you call me, I'm like, okay, this motherfucker's known me for a long time. That's how it
At
works.
least you're not the last Mohican. It seems
No.
like all my group, they just kind of died. It's a nice way. They're gone.
Got you.
It's like,
Mm.
you know, at least you got buddies that, you know, can call you old names. I'm just kind of waiting around. I did finally get a hold of some old elementary school people.
Yeah.
But nah, you know.
Yeah, people don't connect like they used to, too, though. I don't know. Yeah, it's a different world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different
All right.
politics.
Yes.
You done?
Yes, last one smoked. We'll do this
cold.
again tomorrow.
I'll catch you some other time. Or
Thank you.
tomorrow's cool.
Thanks for sharing
Bye.
again. Like I said, I enjoy.
Big love. Take
We'll
care,
do it
boss.
again. All right. Cali Boss, Pragmatic, Genocide. Anybody else still in the chat? Jill's probably still playing on like fucking automatic. We out.
Adios.
We'll do this again. Goodbye. Everybody leave.
Warning.
That was for you, Keats.